Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Let's get to your message. I like this one right here. Okay. Here we go. Thank you to all who've supported this channel. I really appreciate it. And remember, not everything's going to resonate here. Take what does, leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself. Leave the rest for someone else. I've got some examples of my artwork here and some more examples on the community tab. If you're interested in a portrait or some of my artwork, there's more information below and on the community tab. Here we go. Strength. Seven of Swords. There's some sort of dichotomy here about toxicity versus someone loyal to their toxicity. I mean, they're really all in when it comes to being toxic. They do not want to change their ways. And then having the strength to be a spiritual guide. Two separate energies here, kind of clashing. The Magician. Seven of Swords, Strength, the Magician out here. Yeah, so far it seems like it's a message of, you know, you really have the choice of which side you want to be on. And it's almost like it's a test. And the toxicity can look so appealing, but there isn't any growth there. There's never any growth there. It can look as appealing as you like, but there's never any growth there. That's what I'm hearing. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's no truth. There's no growth when there's no truth. You're being asked to reject that. If it's appealing to you or you're dealing with somebody who's like this, you're being asked to reject it. Because it's messing with your manifestations. It's messing with your positivity, what you want out of life, what you want to go after. It's also messing with, I'm hearing, any kind of growth for you. And you're meant for big growth, lots of growth, continuous growth, I'm hearing. And also, you've been getting these messages yourself, something along these lines. As well as it's messing with, if you're looking for your soulmate or soulmate energy, it's messing with that too. Wheel of Fortune. This is letting go of control. The ups and downs of life. You know, knowing they exist. Going with that flow. Page of Pentacles. Somebody not putting in the work here. Yeah, somebody is an opportunist. They don't put in the work. They're very toxic. They have no desire to change. They know they're toxic. They're fine with it. They're not truthful in any way. You know, and they're pretty strong in this area. But there's no growth. What will be the short change here is there won't be any growth. So you don't want to be connected to this energy. There's going to be no growth here. And somehow they also let you think that you're controlling them or you have the upper hand, but that's all just, Queen of Wands, that's all just part of the scheme to keep you on the hook here. Spirit's saying there is nothing to control here. There's nothing to even be attracted to here. It's all just inauthentic and no growth. Queen of Wands is out here. You're meant for a lot bigger, better. The Emperor is out here and feminine energy. You're meant for a lot bigger and better. You know, yeah, if you feel like you're controlling the strings with this toxicity and this toxic person, or you've got it under control, Spirit's saying no. Take another look at that. Take another look at that. Look very closely. Get a bird's eye view. Get above this and really look at it clearly. Because it's not where you want to be. It doesn't serve you and your highest good. Justice. Search for I'm hearing the person that's about justice for you, the situation that's about justice for you. Search for justice for you, and you will not see this person a part of your scene. Get in the flow of that. Speaking the truth. Yeah, that's how it comes about, is speaking the truth, because this person is not about truth, and we've touched on this about 3 different ways. So the minute you start speaking the truth, they're going to be very uncomfortable, and they're going to want to leave the vicinity. So you're going to see them escape quickly. King and Queen of Wands out here, but I feel like there's something better meant for you. Something more suited meant for you. Something more dynamic. You're not doing yourself justice in this current situation for sure. There's something better out there for you. A better match for you. You know, you keep thinking this person's going to change, or you're going to change them, or you've got the upper hand here, and, you know, they're so exciting because they're different or outside the box, but really they're just kind of a bum. I don't have any other way to say this. They're just a bum. And if you're painting flowers on something that is definitely not floral, then you're just fooling yourself. Start speaking the truth. You'll come out of this. You're meant for a big transformation here. The transformation is trying to get to you. It's trying to get to you. Page of Cups is out here now. There may be children involved here. I'm hearing, think twice about what you want those children to be seeing in a role model, quote unquote role model, which this person is not. You've got the 6 of Swords out here now too. No matter how much you dress this person up, or how much they dress themselves up into a caricature of something that is, you know, I don't know, some sort of caricature is going on here. So they can pretend to be something that they're not. No matter how much you dress this up, it's still the same. It's the having to speak the truth here. It's just a dressed up version of something that isn't meant for you. Not anything authentic. The Sun. You should be thinking about your happiness. And certainly if children are involved, their happiness, you know, don't let this blip be like some sort of eyesore in their vision of life and what they can achieve. This person can be in their ear behind the scenes with very negative talk, a variety of different negative talk that's not good for the kids, not good for you. You know, just when you think, hey, I'm going to soar above this, they bring you back down. I feel like it's more of like a clean cut, cord cutting here that's needed. But the way to seeing the truth here is speaking the truth. The way to seeing the way out of this, the transformation, is speaking the truth. Knight of Cups. The truth is there is somebody that is supposed to come in a romantic way here for you if you're interested in that sort of thing, or things that are better for your heart health. You know, maybe this person is very stressful, or you do all the work or something like that. There's better meant for you. It's not an energy of endure this. It's an energy of speak the truth to yourself, speak the truth about this situation, speak it out, and then see the path to seeing your way through this, seeing your way past this, seeing yourself clear of this. And for some of you, those that think that you're in charge, Spirit's saying it's the other way around. This person is so good at manipulation that they let you believe you're in charge, but in reality, they're in charge. There is no change that's going to take place here. They're just going to hold you back. 8 of Swords. This really sad part, the emotional part of this is, of course, for you being held back, but even more so if children are involved. And don't let that happen. 7 of Cups, for those of you with children, Spirit is very clear here about focusing on the kids. Don't focus in on this relationship. Don't put anything above the kids in the way of their well-being and their ability to really spread their wings in this life and really, have a lot of support and backing and nurturing for that. The Emperor, yeah. You've got to step up here where the kids are concerned. You've got the experience that can help them with this, that can back them, that can nurture them. Don't sidestep this and let somebody else play that role. This is meant for you to step into and be there for your children. Kind of a somber read. What else do we have here? Nine of Wands. You think you're going to be really tired without this person or exhausted or you can't do it without this person, but the reality is you're tired because you're with this energy. It's this energy that makes the whole core group tired. It's a hurtful energy. It's meant to hurt, and it's meant to hurt no matter how you approach it. If you approach it solemnly, if you approach it happy, if you approach it sad, if you approach it angry, if you approach it confused, it always strikes out hurtful. That's what you need to know. That's the only thing it knows. That's the only thing it's interested in knowing. Now, you could say hurt people, and I do think that that is the case, and that's very, very sad that can be a reality. And I'm not acknowledging that. I'm acknowledging that. But what I'm saying is that this person needs to help themselves here. Because they've had too many opportunities to hurt others, and now it's time to just get a great big boundary up here. King of Cups, Two of Cups, yeah. You're meant for nurturing, you're meant for loving, you're meant for these, I believe you would say that your kids are your soulmates, for those of you registering with that. And another nod to be there for them, make that your priority and nurture them along in these troubled waters. Don't let them fend for themselves with this kind of predator-like energy around them. And by that I mean, yeah, predatory, but also I mean just something that's kind of always swimming around them, making sure that they're afraid. Because this person is so small and so toxic that that's all they know is to try and go after the smaller ones. And that's completely unacceptable. And try and make them intimidated when they are intimidated. They're intimidated by life. That is unacceptable to be doing that with our youngsters. Three of Wands is out here now. Queen of Cups. Okay, so here's your match. As you step up to the plate for these kids, for those of you registering with a family, someone comes in and registers also that you're needing help. So I feel like you take this step and you reprioritize what you need to in life, and then things start moving for you. And really, I get like a couple of cards here that say you are, you're very skilled in the kind of experience, world and life experience you have. You can handle just about anything, so never doubt that. Help comes in when you start helping these younger children, your family, refocusing, making that a priority. A divine match for you here. It's also very nurturing and loving. This could be very abundant too, this connection. But it's like you've got to make the first step towards making sure that your priorities are set and your priorities are for your family and these kids. Because this toxic energy sure as heck isn't investing in you, and they're not investing in this family of yours, your kids, or otherwise, your parents, what have you. They're solely focused on themselves. What else do we have here? Ten of Pentacles. That's a great card to get. You're meant for a lot more. Your generations after you are meant for a lot more. See it through. Make it happen. Get that growth going again. Hierophant, this is leaning into your spirit team. This could be also talking about a marriage. This is also talking about, initially when I was getting the vibe of a spiritual leader. You're meant to do that. You've had that backing before. You've had a spiritual mentor. You know where to run with this. I'm hearing, get those notes out that you took with that spiritual advisor and become the spiritual advisor others need now. Step into that role. Be the wisdom that others need right now. Whoa, that's really huge. Be the wisdom. And I'm like hearing it shout. It's being shouted in my ear. Be the wisdom other people need. And I feel like very heavy on children here, but also other people, depending on what your story is. Judgment. Or if not children, then those that are unable to help themselves, okay? Maybe they're a little bit shy, or maybe they don't have the self-confidence. Yeah, place judgment here, fix your priorities, and focus in on those people that really need the help in your life. And remove yourself totally from this toxicity. It's going nowhere. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you are in control of it. It's very much in control of you. Don't fool yourself to think that you can't get away from it. You very much can. Cutting the cords here is also something that we've expressed. You've got the Pegasus here for the charm, and this is capable in all situations, and we've talked about that. You've got the backing. You've got the experience. You've got the wisdom. You've got the know-how. You can make this work. Don't tell yourself you can't do without this person who's toxic. You absolutely can. You absolutely are being asked to. One final card here. Something happy. Ritual. Yeah, this botanical is elder, and I feel like you admire somebody who was like a few generations older than you, maybe a grandparent, great uncle, something like that. What would they do in this situation? What would they tell you to do? And I'm almost certain they would say not to stay in this situation, and certainly not if kids were involved. Speak out the truth. I hear it again. What you do now helps generations for ages to come. Okay? Happier times begin. That's what I want to see. Something positive, something happier. It's actually very positive, this message. It's just very intense. If they start to annoy you, if they start to reel you back in, the advice is to ignore it. Let's just split the deck and see what we have. Because they're used to manipulating. Yeah, they're used to all of their illusions and delusions, and they even believe these illusions and delusions. But you are sharp enough to realize they are in illusions and delusions 99% of the time, okay? Speak the truth. That's how you get out of this. That's what we've heard several times in this read. They want you to be delusional too. King of Wands, yeah. This is a manipulative, emotionally unstable person who wants a lot of attention. So they're not interested in where your other attention is going, if it's going towards kids or other people that we've talked about in your family core. They're interested in it being always about them. And they're going to throw little fits, and they're going to be, quite nasty when they don't have that. But you're cutting the cords here, clean and clear. Because you can see there's no growth here. And we talked about that too. Yeah. Hangman energy. Thinking about it. Looking at your situation from a variety of different perspectives. That is your message. I hope it's been helpful. It hasn't been easy, I know. But I hope it has been helpful. And it's been a motivator for you if it needs to be. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thank you for joining me. And if you feel motivated to, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee, and or please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.